Welcome back to the anime and manga news for the week ending December 1st, 2017. A lot of fun stuff going on this week. Ronald is still AWOL, but maybe that will change. You know, he's an important person. First off, we have details about the next film by both the Miyazakis, Hayao and Goro. Toshio Suzuki, the producer at Studio Ghibli, has said in an interview that Hayao Miyazaki's next film, How Do You Live, will be an action-adventure fantasy. There was some question about that. It sounded like it was more of a historical drama, but it sounds like it's going to be more in the the vein of a Castle in the Sky, Laputa, than say a Grave of the Fireflies. Also announced that Goro Miyazaki is producing a new CG work, which is pretty darned cool. We'll see where Goro goes with that. This comes amidst news that Studio Ghibli has appointed a new president, Kiyofumi Nakajima. He was the... I'm not sure. He was the director of the Ghibli Museum before, so that kind of works for that. Good news on that front. We do know... One second while I check something here. Basically, there's been a bit more discussion about the direction of Studio Ghibli. Suzuki said that yes, they kind of shut down, but then Miyazaki showed some more interest, and they basically decided that Ghibli is restarted for good. As Suzuki put it, Studio Ghibli will continue to make films until the day the studio fails, which is, good news for the rest of us, although we'll see how much they're able to continue that. The appointment of the former Ghibli museum director as their new president will result in their current president becoming the chairperson for the company, where Kazuki Anzai will take over for the museum, and Toshio Suzuki is moving on to another, a similar role than he had before. Just I think he's still going to be executive producer, but that's good. He actually described the personnel changes as a restart and a fresh wind for Studio Ghibli. Bit of a pun since Ghibli means wind in Italian, so that's good. It sounds like it's time for Ghibli to rethink things and move forward with some new projects, and it sounds like just some personnel changes are the right thing to rethink things. So here's hoping that works out, but certainly looks like more Ghibli stuff coming soon, which is a bit of a breath of fresh air for all of us, I must say. Meanwhile, some news on some new manga from the creators of Mushishi and Genshiken. So, let's see here. Yuki Urushibara, who created Mushishi, will be starting a new manga with no title yet, starting in the June issue of the magazine that he publishes in, which is Kodansha's Afternoon, which is pretty cool. The story will follow two people and one cat who are called for mysterious incidents, apparently. Meanwhile, having some oddnesses here. Shimoku Kyo, who is the creator of Genshiken, of course. He launched a new manga that will be titled Hashiko Ensemble, possibly. Title is still, uncertain. It's going to be set at a technical high school, focusing on somebody with a voice complex who is approached by somebody who wants to start a choir club. So still about clubs, clearly, but more high school now, and about singing, which is kind of an interesting topic for manga. We'll see how and where that goes. So new manga coming, pretty cool, from folks who have seen quite a few adaptations of their work into anime. So that'll probably show up in the anime front here at some point. All of those will be appearing in the manga magazine Afternoon. It's actually called Afternoon. Some new news on the Cardcaptors Sakura anime, the new anime. This is a whole new storyline set after the events of the TV series and movie, presumably. Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card will be airing in January. We now know it will be also on Crunchyroll, with Funimation providing a dub on Funimation Now. Pretty darn cool that we will get a full release of that. I have not seen information on whether it will be a simulcast or whether it will be a near simulcast or something along those lines. I'm assuming it's going to be something like that, but that's pretty darn cool. The other good news is it comes along with a video, which we will try to show you right now.
シャオラン君、これからはこの友枝町にずっといられる。いっぱい話したいことがあるの。あったら言おうと思ったこといっぱい。俺もだ。教えてね、全部。あ。これからはずっと一緒だよ。私、木之本さくら。友枝中学校の1年生になりました。今日は超絶可愛いさくらちゃんが撮れましたわ。昨日夢を見たんです。心配になって本を開けたらカードが全部透明になっとった。誰なの？あなたは。
CARDCAPTORS Sakura hype, cool stuff. Moving on to Batman Ninja, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Basically, Batman shows up in Sengoku-era Japan where the Joker is trying to take over. Not joking. It's an all-CG work. It's being produced in Japan, apparently, with quite a few folks involved. Koichi Yamadera voicing Batman, Wataru Takagi as Joker. Why is that so hard to say? See here. Junpei Mitsuzaki, Takashi Okazaki, and Kazuki Nakashima can actually pronounce things. Will all be on board. They actually had a panel at New York Comic Con where they announced this, and they also revealed a trailer, which we're going to look at right now.
今の俺様はこの日本で一番の実力者、第六天魔王ジョーカー様だ。ここはどこだ？信じられんが、確かにここは中世日本。親方様の命令だ、ジョーカー。そうだよ、バッツ。お待ちしておりました、ブルース様。あの悪党どもがこの国の歴史を改変しようとしているのか。地元の茶葉ですので、お口に合いますかどうか。良いお手前で。
Yeah, so we'll see where that goes. Kind of remarkable. Batman in Japan, like weird Japan with weird Joker. And by the way, that Harley Quinn, wow, pretty darn cool. Hype for that as well, and we will see where it ends up. Finally, just a wacky little thing I had to mention. A promo was released this week with a live-action video for Girls und Panzer. To be clear, they are not making a live-action Girls und Panzer. They just decided to get some girls together and produce a music video for the upcoming anime films. I guess they released some of the anime films in Japan already, or something along those lines. They're doing a set of compilation movies for Girls und Panzer, and this is sort of in celebration of that. And so, yeah, it's definitely a thing. Check this out. So yeah, somebody actually drove a tank through Japan for that video. Wow. Also kind of weird, the vaguely sexual innuendo of the girl dropping her school uniform on the ground that is littered with other school uniforms at the beginning of the video. A little odd for a show like Girls in Panzer, which is pretty, as I recall... I'm trying to recall how sexualized that show was. Very minimally, at least, but whatever. Yeah, so that is a thing, and that's all the news for this week. Thank you all very much for joining us. Until next time, I hope you find more interesting stuff to watch.